Hello everyone, welcome on the 24 on the Clock podcast. Today we're going to speak about the Boston Celtics and the end of the regular season in the NBA. Hello Maxime, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, and you?
I'm very fine because we are right now in the end of the season of the NBA and it's getting very exciting. Today we're going to talk about the Boston Celtics, the main favorites for the title this year. How do you see the end of the season for the Boston Celtics? Are you confident or not?
Yes, they were on a series of 10 victories. They lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but you can't win 82 games a year. So yeah, I think that Boston will finish the season like they played the whole season.
Yeah, currently the Boston Celtics are 48 wins and 13 losses. So they are the first team in the NBA right now. They also have the first offensive rating with 121.5 of offensive rating, and the second defensive rating just behind the Minnesota Timberwolves with 110.2 defensive rating. I made a few research and I saw which team were the the most dominant in the history on the NBA in the regular season. There was the Spurs 2000-2001 with 8.3 net rating, which is not huge, but they were 2.6 points ahead of the second, so it's huge. Same for the Celtics. Once again, 2007 and 08, with a net rating of 10.8, just right front of us, 2.5 front of the second. And after, of course, the Warriors 14-15, the Warriors 16-17, and also the Bucks 19-20. And now the Celtics, they have, so as I said, they have a net rating with 11.3, which is huge, and they are 3.7 points ahead of the second. So it's huge. The second is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and to have 3.7 points ahead of the second, it's just never seen in the NBA. It's the highest net rating between a first and the second team. So we can be very confident for the Boston Celtics. Let's have a look on the calendar for the Boston Celtics for the remaining of the season. They will face the Nuggets firstly on Friday night. How do you see this matchup for the Boston Celtics?
I hope that the two teams will be able to play with their all of their players. That's a preview of the NBA final. I hope.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that you can take a winner before the game. These are the two best teams in the NBA. That will be a great fight. I think that the X factor will be Porzingis on Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Not in the defense because you can't do anything to defend Nikola Jokic, but in offense.
Two-time MVP.
Yes, two-time MVP.
Finals MVP, reigning Finals MVP.
Triple-double master.
Yeah.
You can't do anything in defense, but in offense, Porzingis has to make his shot and has to have a big impact in the rim.
Yeah. So now they will face the Denver Nuggets, the reigning champions, Friday night, but also the Phoenix Suns on Sunday night. We don't know if Devin Booker will be available. He's set to not be present at this game, so we'll see. And then you have you will face the Phoenix Suns at home on Thursday 14 March, and after the Wizards, the Pistons, and you will receive the Bucks on Wednesday 20 March. So there is, let's say there is 5-6 matchups, difficult matchups for the Celtics for the remaining of the season. Maybe the most interesting matchup for the Boston Celtics is versus the Milwaukee Bucks. They will go to Milwaukee on 10th April. Do you see Milwaukee competing with Boston in the playoffs?
In 7 games, I don't think the Boston Celtics are a tough defense. I don't see anyone who can lock the five
Yeah.
players of the Boston starting five in one game or two, like they are remaining in the season. That will be interesting, but in a playoff series, I don't think that the Milwaukee Bucks can do anything versus this gorgeous starting five.
Yeah. So yes, let's focus on the starting five of the Boston Celtics. You have clearly five top players with Derek White, Joe Holiday on the backcourt, and then of course Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Kristaps Porzingis, who have the more pressure, the pressure on his shoulders for the end of the season, because it's clear. We can see on social media everything, the fans talking about the NBA. If the Boston, and then even the media, if the Boston Celtics don't win, it's a failure.
It's a disgrace.
It's a disgrace for sure. So yeah, they must win. Like, it's a must win for the Boston Celtics. We saw it with the stats that I said previously. So for you, who has the most pressure on his shoulders for the Boston Celtics?
Jason Tatum is the franchise player, so I think that he's got a lot of pressure. But I think that it's Jalen Brown. He signed a $300 million contract extension this last summer. If he don't play like he's got to play, I don't think that his future will be in Boston.
Okay, so in my opinion, I will say Jason Tatum because he said previously in an ESPN interview, he said he was the best player in the world. If you're the best player in the world, you gotta compete in the playoff. You gotta be the best. And he's aiming for the title too. He's aiming for the Finals MVP. If he chokes in the playoffs, everyone will talk about Jason Tatum, a loser, everything.
I think that
So for me, he has the most pressure on his shoulders. It's on Jason Tatum. He's the franchise player, the clear franchise player. Even if it's a duo or trio or even a five-man team, but he's the leader. He has to play well.
Even if Jason Tatum plays the best basketball in the history, if Boston doesn't win the title, he will be mocked.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, as you said, there is the payroll for the Boston Celtics. And do you know that currently the best paid, the highest paid player of the Boston Celtics is Joe Holiday?
Wow.
With $37 million on this season 2023-24. The second is Porzingis, and then is Jason Tatum with $32 million.
Mm-hmm.
But next season it's
Jalen Brown.
because Jalen Brown will touch
45 million?
49
Wow.
million.
Wow.
And just to go further, he will earn $65 million in 2028.
He's the first player to
4
sign a
years.
contract like that, but
the highest paid
in
player in the history.
the next years, a lot of players will be
It's just
eligible to
it's a matter
sign
of
the
generation.
contract. Yes, that's the new
Of
CBA.
period, yeah, for sure. So now the standings in the East is pretty clear. We have 3 teams at the top with the Boston Celtics, obviously, and then the Milwaukee Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then you have a 5-team battle between Orlando, New York, Miami, Philadelphia, and Indiana. For you, in your opinion, who's the worst team to match up in the first round of the playoffs between those 5 teams?
Obviously, the New York Knicks.
Oh, New York is okay.
They've got everything you need in playoff. They've got an elite point guard, an elite 3-and-D with OG Anunoby, an elite rim protector with Mitchell Robinson. They got shooters with Bogdanovic, Alec Burks, Dante DiVincenzo. That's
stepping up.
That is stepping up this season like he didn't play in his whole career. We can't forget Julius Randle, but
he has to step up to.
That will depend about Julius Randle. If he plays very good basketball, I think that the New York Knicks will be a very tough matchup.
Yeah, because now it's so as I said, it's a 5-team race for the playoffs, clearly for the remaining spots. But the New York Knicks, they are 5th right now, so they are not expect to
I
play
think that,
the Celtics at first round.
Yes,
but
yeah.
they are dealing with injuries. Jalen Brunson,
that's it.
bit injuries. Julius Randle is out like for it's like 1 month.
1 month, yes.
Yeah, 1 month is out. OG Anunoby also. Mitchell Robinson will maybe
Jalen Brunson,
be back.
has not
Yeah,
been
Jalen
injured
Brunson.
last weekend. Yeah.
So yeah, many injuries, so they can go down in the ranking. There is a team that went down in the ranking. It's clear. It's the
Sixers.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes,
They
sure.
lost Embiid. They even lost Tyrese Maxey a few days ago. So they are now 7th in the standings. They could face the Boston Celtics in the first round with Embiid back. It will be crazy.
They could fall out of the plane.
Yeah. Also, it will be a matchup to catch if the Philadelphia 76ers face the Boston Celtics at first round. Rematch of the last semifinals,
I
conference
hope the
semifinals.
Boston Celtics
will be-
will not fight the Miami Heat.
Yeah, that's the matchup everyone want to see, but it's not the
perfect one.
it's not the perfect one, and it's not even the what will happen probably, because Miami is 6th in the league, and they are now on a great run. They won the last 8 match out of 10, so
It depends on Jimmy Butler.
It depends on Jimmy Butler. He's now in playoff mode. But yeah, so and for you overall, in all the team in the East, who do you see as the most difficult team to beat for the Boston Celtics to go to face the West Conference winner?
The Cleveland Cavaliers defense is tough. The New York Knicks are very good. They play good basketball when they are healed. Like every year, I gotta say the Miami Heat.
Yeah,
You don't know why they could play
Yeah.
with you. That's a surprising team every year.
we could
it's
have
incredible.
3 conference finals between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat in a row. It's
And
I
4 in
don't
5
know.
years.
I don't know if it's ever happened. Such a
I-
maybe the Lakers and the Celtics in the 18s.
maybe.
Maybe in a 85, 86, 87, something like that.
In 5
Maybe
seasons,
earlier.
that's the fourth.
Oh,
that
I
could
think-
be the fourth time that Miami and Boston face each other in
Yeah.
in the conference finals.
It's crazy. And but I think no, I think it happened in 80s between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics.
I don't
In
know, maybe.
81, 82, and 83 with Moses Malone just
Yeah, I
having
think
against
so, yeah.
Larry Bird,
Yeah. Yeah,
etc. So yeah, we could have a rematch, and then obviously we talked about the Denver Nuggets
Yeah, for sure.
previously. It could be the biggest
Opponent.
the biggest opponent for the Boston Celtics. It's the NBA Finals everyone wants to see.
I hope.
Out of the fans, obviously, but yeah, let's focus on this. On this matchup, on a tactic point, how do you see this matchup going?
I hope that it will be in 7 games.
Yeah, or 7 games, that would be
That's
crazy.
a crazy matchup. Everyone in the 2 starting 5s are elite players instead of Michael Porter Jr.
No, in my opinion, I will. Obviously, the Celtics have two guards, elite guards on a defensive point. Even though
the best
offensive
defensive
point,
backcourt in the NBA.
but on a defensive point, it's clear that they have 2 guys to guard Jamal Murray.
Everyone can guard
That's
Jamal
obvious.
Murray.
Yeah, everyone can.
All the 5 players in Celtic 5.
Unless Porzingis would be tough.
Porzingis is a unicorn.
But do you think, because obviously we talk about the Jokic problem for the Boston Celtics is the main problem for the Celtics and
Yes.
even for the whole league.
Yes, for sure.
Which player do you put on Jokic on the final? Who guard Jokic in the final? They have so many options. The Boston Celtics, it's huge.
In my opinion, you can't do anything on Jokic. You gotta let him play, but you gotta defend the other players around him.
Yeah.
Because his game, he passed the ball to everyone. Like no one can do this in the league. So I think that if you lock the other players, Jokic will be alone, and he can't
Yeah.
do anything alone.
Yeah, it's a tactic to take. You can let Jokic make his game.
Yes.
You let him take his shots.
He can
but
score
You
60
lock
points
the
each night,
others.
huh?
If you lock the others,
Yeah.
it could be. But Jokic would be like 35, 15, 10
Yeah,
in the NBA finals.
I
But
prefer
you can
Jokic
win.
like that. Huh?
Yeah, you can win the series like that.
If you look Jamal Murray, that's a
Yeah.
great.
And I think the
great
Boston
point,
Celtics, as I said, they are the best team to lock Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
It's the X factor for the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray.
Drew Holiday
We
and
saw
Derrick
him,
White can lock Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray is a great player. But
Great.
Boston
when
has a
when
great
playoffs comes,
defender.
when playoffs comes, Jamal Murray is oh my god. Last year in NBA Finals, he averaged like 30 points in
It's
NBA
crazy.
Finals. I think it was the first time ever in NBA Finals that two players averaged 30 points on the same team. I think I saw this stat. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's because instead of Michael Porter Jr., no one can score more than 15 points a game in the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
Maybe in one game or two, but in a series or in a
Aaron
playoff
Gordon
run,
can
maybe Aaron Gordon
have his game.
he can have his
20
game,
points.
yes.
Yeah,
but
we don't know.
not in a whole playoff run.
So we talked about Jason Tatum a little bit, but if we focus on him, he's 26 right
Yes.
now. So if he wins the Finals MVP, he will be in a great club, joining Giannis or LeBron or men like
The
men
best
like
players
that.
in the
The best player in NBA history.
yes.
But yeah, there is doubts on him. That's for sure because of the NBA Finals 2022, where the Boston Celtics lost to the Golden State Warriors. But yeah, in the NBA Finals, I don't see. Maybe they will send Aaron Gordon to guard
I
Jason
think,
Tatum,
he's the best
and
one
that
to
will be a
guard
huge,
Tatum.
huge matchup.
Mm.
So Aaron Gordon is a great defender. That would be great. Yeah.
I think that you have doubt on every player that hasn't won yet a title. So that's legitimate on Jason
Yeah, for
Tatum.
sure.
He already lost the final,
Yeah.
but at 26, he played 5 finals conference. He played 1 NBA finals.
He scored 51 points in Game 7 last year
56
between
points, 56
versus
points,
the Philadelphia 76ers.
On the head of Joel Embiid. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And it's the most points for Game
For
7
Game
in NBA
7
history.
NBA history.
Which was said by Stephen Curry just a few weeks ago against the Kings in first round.
51 for Curry, 52.
50 for Curry,
50?
50, 51 for Tatum,
Okay,
which is absolutely crazy
It's crazy.
for Game 7.
that proves that the NBA is constantly in evolution.
But which is funny is we don't expect the Boston Celtics here. For
Yes.
the Boston Celtics, they have to sweep every team.
Yeah,
In first round,
you can't sweep every team, but you gotta
no. But in first round, you have to sweep.
in first round.
You
Yeah,
have to if you face Indiana, for example, the Pacers,
like they sweep
first round,
like
you
they
gotta
swept the
sweep
Nets
Indiana.
2 years ago.
perfectly. You have to sweep Indiana. You have to sweep Orlando, obviously.
Those teams that
And yeah, you
that
have
are
to
very young, that had no experience, you gotta sweep them.
You have to
You had to sweep last year the Atlanta Hawks, but you
perfectly.
you
You
didn't
have
play
to
like
get
you
your
had to
playoff
play.
easier.
Yes.
And you have to get to the playoffs in a great dynamic. Just to finish, let's talk about a bit of the coach, Joe Mazzulla. It's his second season in NBA, but last season he took the job in training camp during the training camp, so it was a bit it was strange situation for him. But it's his full first season. Do you think he's ready to compete against the best coach on the East? We have Doc Rivers, Eric Spoelstra, Nick Nurse also. Don't forget Nick Nurse.
Yeah, Nick Nurse.
Rick Carlisle for the Indiana Pacers. Even if the Indiana Pacers are a less good team than the Celtics. Yeah. Do you think he's ready, Joe Mazzulla?
I think that he could be outcoached by coaches like Spoelstra, or Nick Nurse.
like last year.
Yeah, but Mazzulla has a team that he wanted. He plays a great basketball. He hasn't got the experience that Spoelstra has, but the players has to help him play what he wants to play, what he wants from them. I think that Mazzulla is a great coach. The first season was not easy for him.
Yeah.
But that's his year. He maybe can win the coach of the year.
Yeah.
And in the playoffs, we will see if he could make an impact, and with his tactics, if he could make the Boston Celtics win tough games.
Yeah, because I said it previously. There is choices sometimes that I don't understand on the defensive point.
Yeah,
and
it's not an elite coach in defense.
Yeah, also we can see a team sometimes which is not concentrated enough. Last night they were leading by 20 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, 22, and they lost the game by 1 point.
The only problem with Mazzulla is that he rarely uses timeouts to stop some runs of the other teams.
Yeah.
But the last day loss by the Boston Celtics, I don't think that you can take it on Mazzulla. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derrick White.
Yeah, it's a problem of concentration. The group, maybe, I don't know.
They played like they were already champions.
Yeah, and it's a point that they have to be
concentrated.
I
don't think that the Boston Celtics will play like that in playoffs. You can't let a game in playoffs if you can win 4-0 versus the opponent.
The question also will be on the road. The games on the road, they are 19-10 on the road. The Boston Celtics, which is a great record.
Yes,
pretty great record between in the best record this year for the road teams. But they are tied with the Cavaliers. They are tied with the Oklahoma City Thunder, with the LA Clippers, even with the New Orleans Pelicans. They have the same record on the road, so they are not the best team on the road. But obviously they are the best team at home. The TD Garden is they only lost 3 times at the TD Garden. That's awesome. 29-3. It's like the Celtics 86.
And the thriller just crazy. Was during a bad period of the team.
Yeah.
They lost 3 games in 2 weeks, I think, in January.
Yeah, just bit details. So yeah, when we project to the players, it's difficult to see the Boston Celtics lose at home.
Yes, I don't think so.
Last season they didn't lose to Atlanta at home.
I think
in the first round,
they lost 1 game in home.
They lost 1 game in home.
I think game 5. I think.
And they lost 2 times versus the Sixers at home, which is crazy.
But
versus the Heat, obviously, they lost 3 times at home.
Yeah.
And
the first two matches they won away from their home.
Yeah.
In Miami, that is very difficult to win.
Because this is the question.
In Miami,
obviously, so as I said, Boston Celtics 48 wins, only 13 losses. So they will have the best record for the World Playoffs. So they will have the home court advantage for the World Playoffs. So it's difficult to see Boston lose at home. So if they go up 2 early in the series, for example, in the first one, if they go up 2 versus Indiana or I don't know Orlando, it's very difficult to see the team go back, because you can take a 3-1 early lead and you have to finish at home for the fourth
versus a young team.
Versus a young team, that could be the same for you can have a 2-0 advantage on every series in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Versus every opponent.
Every opponent, even the Denver Nuggets, you can have.
Yeah, even if the Nuggets won against the Celtics this year at the TD Garden, so one of the 3 teams that won there, in Boston. So yeah, it's really the most exciting matchup.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maxime.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking about the Boston Celtics. We will see in the next weeks if they go to take it home, to take it the 17th banner.
18th, no?
18th?
18th.
Okay, 18th. Okay, 18th. That's a lot. That will be the most successful franchise in NBA history.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maxime.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.